What's up everybody and welcome back to my channel, and for this video it should have been topic 51, but I made a whole gaffe of last video getting the topic number wrong. But forget it, I've already got a few topics lining up for the next few topic numbers, which means they're occupied, so might as well make this a special topic in conjunction to the hot topic right now, which is none other than coronavirus. So what will I be talking about in this video, which is basically Crisis, the Unveiling of the Ugliness in Humanity. So let's get into it. We know that everyone is going to self-quarantine, closing off places, no matter it's schools, institutions, or any public places, gathering places, restaurants, everything is getting closed down depending on where you come from. Rules may differ. And of course, gatherings are banned whatsoever. But to me, this is something everyone already knows. But what people tend to not consider about is how sometimes it is these times where the ugliest side of humanity is exposed. So let me get straight to the point. Point number one, greed. You see how shopping malls are being emptied out. You see how people are hoarding stuff. Mountains of groceries going to their homes. But let me tell you one thing. You take so much things to yourself. What about others? Yes, you have to protect yourself. But still, if you think by doing this is preventing the spreading of the virus, I would say you're completely wrong. Because by hoarding stuff to yourself, you're basically letting more people not have the opportunity to protect themselves. So instead, you're doing the complete 180-degree opposite. You are promoting the spreading of the virus by taking away the protection that people also want. That's it. No matter it's toilet paper or instant noodles, I don't care. Because if you go on Facebook or any social media, you would have seen a few posts where people calculated how much toilet paper you need. And for some people who overly stock, the calculations may even go up to that you may need to do some duty every few minutes per day to need that much toilet paper. Your greed has completely taken over yourself. That's the main issue. Second thing, emotion. Now, I've said in my past videos that it is okay for humans to have emotions because we are human. We can be angry, we can be sad. We can have opinions towards stuff. It's a free will, we have our own brains, that's why we are all distinct, we're different. However, how you manage your emotion is always key. That's the reason why people talk about EQ and not just IQ. And that brings me to another consideration. I'm sure during the time of crisis, people miss home. I'm sure during this period, everyone will feel bored. Everyone will feel down, which makes us want to make impulsive decisions. But still, as much as we can feel emotional, don't let emotions override your logical thinking. Because if you let emotions override yourself, then basically there's no use of you having a brain. Think of it. Everyone goes home. You find yourself lining up in a crowd to get tickets, clearance. You find yourself in a crowd of people who also want to go home just like you. So what is the point of having self-quarantine and social distancing if you don't even consider this when planning your escape? It's all emotional thing. You make impulsive decisions, you go for it, but you neglected key components which make yourself at risk and other people at risk. Because at this point, numbers keep on increasing because there's still people who are unknowingly infected by strangers who don't know that each other exists, and yet we cross-contaminate. So take that into consideration when you're making the next decision. Last but not the least, business exploitation. I know those of you who are bosses or own a business are definitely going to come after me. But still, I have to make it a point because I am a consumer myself. Taking this opportunity to sell face masks at tenfold, 20-fold of the price. I know you may be telling me, in business we learn that if there's more demand, we can raise the price. I know that. We've all heard of it. If you do a bit of research, we know that anyone who learns business will have heard of this concept. But still, it's a shared crisis. You complain that you can't pay the rent for your shop lot. You complain that you're making a loss. Let me ask you a question. Who's not making a loss? This is a global crisis. Everybody is sharing the same problem. We can't go out. We have to work from home. Everything has to be on camera. There's virtual classrooms, online gatherings. It's something that everybody is sharing. It's not the issue of one country. It's not the issue of two countries. It's not the issue of one continent. It's a global thing. So I know that I know they want to make money, and I know the business has to survive at least. But think about the next time when you're exploiting people with your crazy price tags. If it were to be you, will you be happy? What if I exploit what if I exploit you and you as a consumer? I'm sure you'll be unhappy. So it's a complete lack of consideration from a business perspective. Opportunists want to exploit people without considering the fact that this is a global crisis, which to me, it's pretty disgusting on itself. So that's just a few of the ugliest sides of humanity amidst of crisis. And I would say it's time for us to think about it, because how often have we been able to put up a very good front, but in reality we are just hiding the ugliest sides of ourselves in within. You can see that people who got tested positive, coronavirus infects people regardless who you are. No matter how much money you have, you still get it. It's same as being exposed. You can be the nicest person in the world, but one crisis, your greediest side, the side of you that wants to take advantage of people, exploit the people around you, it all comes out. Unless you change yourself in within, or else it's no use if you can put up a good front. Because putting up a good front only lasts when things go well. One simple thing, and it can cripple you to pieces. So I hope this video is a good food for thought, is a good reflection for us during this time of crisis. And once again, like anybody would say, really, not just stay safe, and it's not just take care. As much as you want to protect yourself, don't forget to consider the people around you. It's a global crisis. Let's bear this together, get through it, and let everyone go back to their normal life. So that's the end of my video, and I hope you enjoy it, and I will see you in my next one.